goes back to the original notion that the past is what constructs who we are today. So it's who we are. It's an important part of our own identity. So why do we have museums that are exhibiting things, objects that dated like 1,000 years ago? Why do we still go there? Why are there values in there? Because they somehow, maybe indirectly, in a really subtle ways, construct a tiny part of who we are. Tendency of people going into museums and galleries makes them uncomfortable in some sort of ways, because it's like there are so many rules in museums that you can't shout, you can't eat, or you can't do basically anything apart from walking around quietly. And we don't really like the idea of art being restrictive in that sense. So organize some workshops before before the process of curating started. And then one of the main goals of organizing those workshops was to get the participants to know more about SYP before they start creating their artworks. They got the inspirations from the surroundings, from the community, and that's why we want to put the artworks they created for this project back into the place where they got the inspiration from. So that's one of the reasons we're trying to contextualize the artworks on exhibition as well.
The other day I brought that painting to Miss Lang's bamboo steamer shop, and I basically had no idea where to install the artworks, and then Miss Lang said that, okay, leave that to me, I'll look after that. The next day when I visit the shop, it's already hung up on the wall. That's really interesting because they've been painting something about the bamboo steamer, something very simple, but then Miss Lang just, I think it's like a collaboration between the two. The local shopkeeper and the artist herself. The artist saw the bamboo shop, got inspired and produced artworks, and the shopkeeper decided where to put it in their original context.
咁咧就喺呢個西邊街而家呢個鋪位咧就經營咗30幾年㗎啦。咁其實咧就我哋搬嚟呢度之前咧，其實都喺西營盤呢度，咁啊只不過喺一啲旺呢個地方，即係電車路嗰度啦。咁咧就嗰度有成30幾年，咁啊加埋就60幾70年咯。冇所謂㗎呢個，咁佢哋有需要嘅時候，我都有個責任係做啲咁嘅嘢咯。
But I wanted to focus on how maybe it could be a good thing that it is the only shop and that we still focus on it being a very important part of Hong Kong's culture. So instead of going, oh no, it's sad, it's poor, I wanted to give it a bit of color. Going to the shop, exploring the area, and also making the artwork based on the area and sort of my memory of the area. I think that was fun, developing an idea based on what I remember.
One of the artworks on the exhibition, which is Mandy's work. Her work is a 3D illustration carpet, and I actually stepped in it once and then tried to. It really works, and it really works well with me because I really can, get that simulated feeling of being situated on top of a building that's crumbling down. And you really get that striking feeling, and it's an active invitation sent out to the public. So please, it's basically saying that please come and join us, join in fun. So it's a good thing that people are having fun alongside, learning something new.
There's like so much history hidden in tiny corners, and you would never think that there is so much history. Like this building that used to be a hospital and treatment for the black disease and all of that. The line outside, all the pictures where the different people took the pictures instead of the artist. That's really cool.
Because these things, you see, maybe they're old and maybe they're not popular now. But Sai Ying Pun, as one of the earliest developed areas in Hong Kong, actually it contributed to the development of the city. It's something like a foundation, and also the spirit behind those traditional trades and businesses. They actually work very hard. As a community with different people like younger generation, older generations, art can open up these kind of connection and contact, because usually like these different kinds of people, they do not connect to each other. But through these projects, I think the students actually create a space for this kind of knowledge exchange and also dialogues.
Local mini history of the past of Hong Kong, the past of this city now we're studying and living in. And again, it's not about how we maintain what we preserve, but then it's not about how we want to keep always the new old things and then stop there, and then we want to reject everything new, including the escalator Connie just mentioned. Yeah. But then again, it's important for us, the young people and future generation, if we use that big word, to know and acknowledge and celebrate the history of here.
SYP is just part of Hong Kong, and then there are lots of old districts, there are lots of other, places that are so richly contextualized in history and cultures as well, that SYP is just part of Hong Kong, that the rest of Hong Kong is definitely worth going. So people are saying that Hong Kong is basically conquered by shopping malls. But apart from these, commercialized areas, I think they are certainly, definitely places that are worth going and worth knowing, spending time in. Yeah.